Hello everyone, welcome to your another session of history class. Today we are going to continue with our chapter India before Shivaji. We have completed one part of it. Today we are going to continue with the same objective and we are going to do part 2 of it. So what are we going to learn today? We will learn invasion in India by Arabs, Sultanate in North and Kingdom of Vijayanagar. These are the three important points that we are going to explore today. Okay, कौन कौन था जिसने इंडिया में इन्वेजन किया था देन कौन कौन थे सल्तनत नॉर्थ पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया में और विजयनगर किंगडम के बारे में वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न सम इंफॉर्मेशन. So with that, our objective for today remains the same. We are going to simplify information into key points. There is going to be a lot of textual things, a lot of reading to do for today's session. So what we are going to do, we are going to just pick out some key points from each uh, topic and its subtopics, and then we are going to write it down in notes, right? जैसे हमने तीन steps to build skills किए थे, how to find out, how to simplify any heavy information into key points, right? पहले हमको लिखना होता था डायनेस्टी का नाम, then we have to write down where it is located, and then we have to write down some important notes. These were the 3 points, right? Similarly, for today's session also, we are going to read about the 4 points that I just mentioned: invasion by Arabs, Sultanate और फिर विजयनगर के बारे में. These are the 3 points that we are going to learn today, and then we are going to simplify it. Inquiry question and leadership question. Both the questions remain same. Inquiry question last session में भी यही था, which were the prominent dynasties that existed in India before the rule of Shivaji Maharaj, right? Before Shivaji Maharaj came into power, which were the dynasties that ruled in India, right? So dynasty, I told you what is the meaning of dynasty. Very simple. Dynasty का मतलब क्या होता है, हमने लास्ट सेशन में भी पढ़ा है. That dynasty means a series of rulers who are from the same family, right? So rulers who are from the same family, then that is called as dynasty, right? So who all invaded India and became king in different regions of India before Shivaji Maharaj, we're going to learn today. And leadership question remains the same, that how does one become powerful? एक कोई भी human being powerful कैसे बनता है, right? What all important qualities and skills are required in order to become a powerful ruler? So this is the picture of Arabs, right? Invasion from northwest. सो नॉर्थ वेस्ट पार्ट से इन्वेजन हो रहा था, मतलब नॉर्थ वेस्ट पार्ट में इंडिया के इन्वेजन हो रहा था. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय इन्वेजन? इन्वेजन का मतलब क्या होता है? इन सिंपल टर्म्स इन्वेजन का मतलब होता है एंटरिंग इनटू अनदर कंट्री विथ एन आर्मी इन ऑर्डर टू टेक कंट्रोल ऑफ दैट पार्ट और ऑफ दैट रीजन ऑफ द कंट्री. तो जैसे नॉर्थ वेस्ट में अरब्स ने इन्वेड किया था, मतलब इंडिया में वो लोग घुस गए थे विथ देयर आर्मी. ओके, नाउ हु ऑल अरब रूलर्स इन्वेडेड इंडिया, उनके नाम क्या क्या थे, वी विल लर्न टुडे. Local dynasties like Yadav and Rashtrakutas were ruling Maharashtra. So before Arabs invaded, Rashtrakutas and Yadavs, these two dynasties were ruling Maharashtra. Arabs from Middle East started to attack India. What happened then? In 8th century, Arabs from which part of the world? Middle East part of the world. They started to attack India. Means they invaded India and they started attacking rulers who were ruling during that time in India. यानी राघव राष्ट्रकूटास ये सब लोग. Muhammad bin Qasim attacked and conquered Sindh. So now we know one name which is Muhammad bin Qasim. इसने क्या किया, ये इंडिया में आ गया और उसने अटैक कर दिया सिंध पार्ट को. सिंध इज इन द नॉर्थ वेस्ट रीजन ऑफ इंडिया. सिंध मतलब पंजाब, सिंध कहते थे उसे वो टाइम पे. सो नॉर्थ वेस्ट पार्ट में मोहम्मद बिन कासिम ने इन्वेड कर दिया एंड ही कॉन्क्वर्ड दैट रीजन. some other invasion happened in that region. Okay, northwest में और भी बहुत जन आए थे. These are the names of the rulers who invaded in the northwest part of India. Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni. Ghazni is a region in Afghanistan. Ghazni किसी का नाम नहीं है, वो एक place का नाम है. What is the name of that ruler? Sultan Mahmud. And तुर्क ऑल्सो इन्वेड. सो तुर्क इन्वेजन मतलब टर्की का जो रीजन था वहां से भी बहुत लोग आए थे इंडिया में. दे ऑल्सो इन्वेडेड इंडिया. ओके, सो व्हाट हैपेंड? Invasion from northwest. Turks attack India in the 11th century. 11th century में Turk came. Okay, Turk power they came in India in the 11th century. Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni, he invaded India many times. Means he came into India multiple times. He plundered the rich temples at Mathura. What happened? What he did? He actually plundered. Plundered का मतलब क्या होता है? Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni. Ghazni is a part of Turk Empire. What he did, he invaded India many times. Okay, so he entered into India multiple times. He plundered the rich temples at Mathura, Vrindavan, Kannauj, and Somnath, and carried away enormous wealth with him. What he did when he was invading into India, he conquered several parts in the northwest region of India, and he plundered. Plundered का मतलब क्या होता है? वो जगह पे जाके अटैक किया और वहां से वो सब चीजें उसने चुराया. प्लंडर्ड का सिंपल मीनिंग इज टू स्टील. ओके, चुराना, स्टील करना. सो व्हाट ही डिड, ही स्टील द रिच टेम्पल्स ऑफ विच. कौन कौन से प्लेसेस से? मथुरा में जो टेम्पल्स थे वहाँ से उसने बहुत सी चीज़ें चुराई. जब उसने अपना बैटल लड़ा, उसके बाद बैटल जीत गया वो प्लेस पे, तो वो जाके वो चीज़ें अपनी चुरा लेता था. मथुरा से, वृंदावन से, कन्नौज से, सोमनाथ से. दिस आर द प्लेसेस वेर ही won the battle and plundered all the wealth from there, and he took away all this wealth with him. This is how people from other region, other part of the world invaded India and plundered the wealth of India. Now this is an important question that arises, that how does one person become so powerful that he can actually invade, he can actually enter into some other territory and can acquire the wealth, conquer the region there. इतना पावरफुल कैसे बन जाता है एक पर्सन, राइट? सो जस्ट यूजिंग दैट नॉलेज, जस्ट यूजिंग दैट सेंस, this is the question that you have to answer, that how does one become so powerful? How does one person become so powerful? Just keep that, just keep that question in your mind. We will move forward. Now we know who all invaded in the northwest region of India. We are going to learn about the Sultanate. Okay, now what happened? Many Arabs and many Turk people were invading in India, and the ruler, they were actually conquering some part of the region and were becoming sultan. सुल्तान मतलब रूलर, वो वहाँ का किंग बन जा रहे थे. सो उन लोग के रूल को कहते थे सल्तनत. सल्तनत इन द नॉर्थ. We are going to just understand and learn very shortly about these three prominent rulers. Okay, these three prominent sultan during medieval period of India. So Muhammad Ghori of Ghur from Afghanistan, he was one of the prominent leader who invaded India from Afghanistan and became a sultan. When he died? He died in 1206 CE. After which Kutubuddin Aibak, who was a slave in the beginning, became the king, and he became the next sultan in the north part of India. The last sultan was Ibrahim Lodi. लास्ट सुल्तान का नाम क्या था? इब्राहिम लोदी. इब्राहिम लोदी के बाद में और कोई भी सुल्तान नहीं बना. Okay, so the Sultanate Empire uh, ended with Ibrahim Lodi. Why it ended? This is a big question mark. Ibrahim Lodi had many enemies, okay, in his era, in his time. He had many enemies. उसने बहुत से दुश्मन पाल रखे थे, बहुत सारे उसके दुश्मन बन गए थे इब्राहिम लोदी के. So, so what happened when Ibrahim Lodi was the Sultan? How the Sultanate in the north ended? How did Ibrahim Lodi rule comes to an end? So what happened? Daulat Khan Lodi, who was a part of the Sultanate in the north, he invited Babur to fight against Ibrahim Lodi. इब्राहिम लोदी के बहुत से दुश्मन थे, उनमें से एक दुश्मन कौन था? दौलत खान लोदी. उसने क्या किया? उसने बाबर को, कोई दूसरे पर्सन को बुलाया कि तुम आओ और इब्राहिम लोदी से फाइट करो. सो ही इनवाइटेड बाबर. Who was Babur? Babur was a ruler of Kabul. He was also from Afghanistan. He was a ruler of Kabul. Okay, Kabul is the place in Afghanistan. So वो ruler था वहाँ का. उसने क्या किया? He accepted invitation of Daulat Khan Lodi and he battled against Ibrahim Lodi and he actually won the fight. So what happened? Ibrahim Lodi got defeated by Babur, and in this way Ibrahim Lodi जो last sultan था, in this way sultanate in the north came to an end. ठीक है? So how did Ibrahim Lodi rule comes to an end? It's a very simple question. Because Ibrahim Lodi had many enemies, one of his enemy Daulat Khan Lodi invited Babur to fight and Babur won the battle. In this way Ibrahim Lodi's sultanate comes to an end. These are some of the pictures of Vijayanagar. So till now what we have understood, till now we have learned about uh, invasion of Arabs and Turks, right, in India, in the northwest part of India, and we learned about the Sultanate, right? Sultanate के बारे में हमने पढ़ा है. What are the who were the three prominent rulers or three prominent sultan in north part of India, and how the Sultanate came to an end. Now we are going to explore the other part of India. Okay, the south part. हमने north part के बारे में पढ़ लिया. Now we are going to explore the south part. हम remember this that we are learning about India before Shivaji Maharaj. So all this happened before Shivaji Maharaj came into power. ठीक है? शिवाजी महाराज के पावर में आने से पहले नॉर्थ पार्ट में इंडिया के क्या हो रहा था और साउथ पार्ट में इंडिया के क्या हो रहा था. So we have learned about the north part. Now we are going to learn about the south part. What all happened in the south part of India before the rule of Shivaji Maharaj. So there was the kingdom of Vijayanagar in the south part. Okay. During the rule of Muhammad bin Tughlaq in Delhi, there were many revolts in the south against the central power of Delhi. Now we are going to learn that how kingdom of Vijayanagar started. Okay, so Delhi में Muhammad bin Tughlaq was ruling and there was many revolts against him. Revolt का मतलब होता है बहुत से arguments. People who dislike Muhammad bin Tughlaq, they were actually fighting in the south against his power. They were not liking Muhammad bin Tughlaq, तो उन लोग जहाँ पे रहते थे वहाँ पे they were revolting. They were actually fighting against him. There were two brothers who were actually in the service of the Delhi Sultanate. दो brothers थे जिनका नाम था हरिहर and Bukka. They both were from south part of India and they were actually Sardar in the service of the Delhi Sultanate. जो नौकर होते हैं ना, तो these two they were actually servants, okay, of the Delhi Sultanate. They were actually a part of the service in the Delhi Sultanate. What were the name of these two Sardars? The name of these two Sardars were Harihar and Bukka. Where were they from? They were from South India. ठीक है? Now what happened? There was already revolts against Delhi, right? Against Muhammad bin Tughlaq in South. तो उन लोग ने उसका एडवांटेज लिया. एडवांटेज लेना मतलब उन लोग ने उसका फ़ायदा उठाया और अपना खुद का किंगडम स्टार्ट किया. They founded the kingdom of Vijayanagar in the south in 1336 CE. So those people who were revolting against Muhammad bin Tughlaq in south, they all became a part of this kingdom, right? जो भी उसके अगेंस्ट रिवॉल्ट कर रहे थे, जब हरियर और बुक्का ने अपना किंगडम स्टार्ट किया, तो वो सब उनके पार्ट बन गए, राइट? When did they started, or when did they founded when did they find the kingdom of Vijayanagar? They found the kingdom of Vijayanagar in 1336 CE. And in which place, where was this kingdom located? It was located in south. Hampi in today's Karnataka was the capital of this kingdom. ये विजयनगर का कैपिटल कौन सा था? हम्पी. जस्ट लाइक इंडिया हैज अ कैपिटल न्यू दिल्ली, वैसे ही दिस किंगडम का कैपिटल वाज हम्पी. Hariyar was the first king of Vijayanagar. There were two brothers, Hariyar and Bukka. Hariyar was the first king of Vijayanagar. And then once Hariyar died, Bukka became the king. Bukka brought the region up to Rameshwar under his control. Bukka was a very strong leader. What he did, he actually won several fights, and then he also conquered several regions. Okay, कहाँ तक उसने अपने अंपायर को फैला दिया था? रामेश्वर तक. We'll move forward. Okay, so the picture that you can see, the name of the ruler is Krishna Dev Rai. Krishna Dev Rai was the ruler of Vijayanagar. Okay, we are going to learn something very important about this uh, king, because he was a very strong leader, and he uh, did something great for his kingdom. Okay, so after Hariyar and Bukka, Krishna Dev Rai became the king in 1509 CE. He conquered Vijayawada, Rajmahindri, and annexed the regions to his kingdom. What he did, बुक्का ने एक रीजन रामेश्वर तक फैलाया था अपना किंगडम को, किंगडम ऑफ विजयनगर को साउथ में. when Krishnadev Rai came into power, he further expanded the kingdom, और फैला दिया अपने किंगडम को, राइट? किंगडम ऑफ विजयनगर को और डिफरेंट डिफरेंट रीजन में फैला दिया. During Krishnadev Rai's reign, the kingdom of Vijayanagar extended, extend मतलब फैलना, from Kathak in the east up to Goa in the west, and from Raichur Dop in the north up to Indian Ocean in the south. So this is how he expanded his kingdom. Okay, इस तरीके से अपने kingdom को उसने फैलाया था. From north, east, west, south, different regions में उसने अपने kingdom को फैला दिया था. He won battles there, and he conquered the regions, and he expanded his territory. When did he died? He died in 1530 CE. Krishna Dev Rai was a scholar. He was a scholar, means he used to write so many things. He used to read poems. He used to write things. So he wrote Amuk Tamalyada, which is a Telugu compendium on polity. Okay, you can search about this on internet. What is Amuk Tamalyada, and who was Krishna Dev Rai? The Hazar Ram temple and Vitthal temple were built in Vijayanagar during his reign. These two temples were built in Vijayanagar. The decline of the Vijayanagar kingdom began with the death of Krishna Dev Rai. जैसे ही कृष्ण देव राय का डेथ हो गया, किंगडम ऑफ विजयनगर ऑल्सो डिक्लाइन, मतलब किंगडम ऑफ विजयनगर भी कम होते गया. उतना एक्सपांड हो रहा था ड्यूरिंग हिज रेन, बट वंस ही डाइड, द kingdom of Vijayanagar was also slowly declining. Okay, so we learnt about kingdom of Vijayanagar, and we also learned how it started and how it ended. किसने स्टार्ट किया, कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ, एंड एंड कैसे हुआ. Now we learn about Bahmani kingdom. This is another kingdom. Okay, while Muhammad bin Tughlaq was still reigning, some of his sardars in the Deccan rose in rebellion against him. तो नॉर्थ में हमने क्या पढ़ा? नॉर्थ में हमने पढ़ा कि कुछ सरदार थे, राइट, जो साउथ में कुछ सरदार थे जो उसके अगेंस्ट रिवोल्ट कर रहे थे. Similarly, there were some Sardars in the Deccan also who were revolting against him. Rebellion का भी मतलब यही होता है, उसके against fight करना. The leader of these Sardars, Hassan Gangu, defeated the army of the Sultan of Delhi. Hassan Gangu, who was the leader of these Sardars, he defeated the army. सुल्तान की मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक की जो आर्मी थी उसने उसकी आर्मी को डिफीट कर दिया, हरा दिया. A new kingdom known as the Bahmani kingdom came into existence in the 1347 CE. So in 1347 CE, Hassan Gangu started or founded Bahmani kingdom. Okay, when he defeated the Sultan army of Sultan in Delhi. Hassan Gangu became the first Sultan of Bahmani kingdom. So the first Sultan of Bahmani kingdom was Hassan Gangu. He made the city of Gulbarga in Karnataka his capital. और बहामनी किंगडम का कैपिटल कौन क्या था? गुलबर्गा, विच वॉज इन कर्नाटक. ठीक है, सो जस्ट रिमेंबर द कैपिटल्स नेम. द कैपिटल ऑफ विजयनगर क्या था एंड द कैपिटल ऑफ बहामनी किंगडम क्या है. These are some places which you can still go and visit. ठीक है, गुलबर्गा if you see, that is the capital of Bahmani kingdom, and these are some of the pictures of Bahmani kingdom. This is one fort, this is one temple, and this is one place where you can visit. Okay, Bahmani kingdom से related ये sites हैं. So this is it. We just went through a lot reading and we picked out some important points. हमने पहले पढ़ा साउथ नॉर्थ रीजन में क्या क्या हो रहा था इंडिया के, नॉर्थ में कौन कौन इन्वेट कर रहा था. उसके बाद हमने साउथ के बारे में पढ़ा. साउथ में कौन से दो इम्पॉर्टेंट किंगडम्स थे. One was Kingdom of Vijayanagar and another was Bahmani Kingdom. So we learned about these two kingdoms. Now these are 5 homework questions that you have to write. Make sure that you write only 1 or 2 sentences. Don't elaborate your answer much. Okay? ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 2 या 3 sentences लिखना है for each and every answer. What makes a king powerful? कोई भी एक king को powerful कैसे बनाता है? If we want India to be powerful, what should we do? Now, if think about India, you are a ruler of India, okay, and you want to make your region, you want to make your country powerful. So what should we do? How did Qutbuddin Aibak become king? Qutbuddin Aibak was a slave in the start, right? In starting, he was a slave, but then he became a king. So how did Qutbuddin Aibak become a king? How was the kingdom of Vijayanagar established? So kingdom of Vijayanagar कैसे बना? How it was started? And who was the founder of Bahmani kingdom? These are the 5 questions that you have to answer. Make sure that you write down these 5 questions in your notebook first and then go back to the slides. Okay, go back to the video, listen carefully, read the slides, read the passage and find out the answer of this 5 question. Complete your homework and send it to me by 1:30 PM. आप अगर अपना homework send नहीं करोगे, you will not be marked present. If you are not sending your homeworks by 1:30 or by the end of that day, if you are not sending your homework by end of today, then you will not be marked present. ठीक है? So make sure that you send your homework. With this, we have completed our today's session. I hope all of you have now understood who all were prominent rulers before Shivaji Maharaj in different regions of India. Thank you so much, guys.